Orthodox restaurant. I was tasked with opening lunch on Saturdays and Sundays. I did that for maybe a year and a half. And one particular day, I got there extra early. It was probably about 5 in the morning. I unlocked the door, do the alarm, go in, it's pitch black, dark as midnight in this place. So I hit to the right where the windows are. For some reason, I was sort of spooked in this place. And I just opened the windows as I went down to turn the lights on in this restaurant. And everything went smoothly, lights went on, everything was good. So I get to the kitchen, get stuff started to prep. And I see another chef comes in. She says, "Hey, what's going on, man?" I said, "Yeah, everything's good." So we just started talking, chopping with that stove, talking about BS. And all of a sudden, something behind me was like, I was like, "Did you hear that?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Let's step out for a minute." So we head out front. He grabs a cigarette. He's an avid smoker, so he grabs a cigarette. He's hitting that thing going. I said, "You know what was that anyway?" He said so. Maybe I don't know. It could be anything. Nice and nasty. I said, "That didn't sound like rice. That sounded like somebody was like, not agreeing with what we were talking about. You know, that's what it sounded like. Someone just didn't believe what we were saying." He said, just forget it. We go back and start continue prepping. And he's cooking this dish called marisainchina. You know, cooking well, happening in the dish, it's a Spanish dish. Usually do things for breakfast or lunch. So we start making it, and he touched the stove. And this is a line of stoves, about like 10 stoves on the wall. And he's just on one, and he's cooking away with furniture. I'm making biscuits on the flat table there. And he starts stirring the pot. And as he hits that spoon on the edge of the pot, all the stoves light. Every pilot in there just lights. And he jumps back, freaks out. And I'm like, "Dude, turn them off, turn them off." And he runs and he tries to turn off all the pilots, you know, because that's serious fire. So he's turning off the pilots, and he's like, "I can't turn them off." And I'm looking at the stove, and I can literally see that he turns the knob to turn it off. It pops back open. I have no idea what's that. I saw it hit the there's always a emergency cutoff to the gas on the wall or the stove. So I rush over and I hit the gas button on the stove, and they go off. And this is old school stove, so we have no idea how you doing. So we have no idea what this problem was and how things were going this particular day. I said, "Dude, we open in like 45 minutes. What are we gonna do? We have to prep, so we need the stove." I said, "Okay, look, just hit the switch. Make sure it turned off first. Hit the switch. We'll see what's going on." So okay, I hit the switch. Everything's fine. Nothing crazy is going on. All right. So we start prepping. The rest of the guys come in. "You're doing great. How are you doing?" "I hope you're doing one." And everything's going on. And we start filling up. Customers are rushing in. Orders are piling up. And all the stoves are burning. We got 4 cooks in there, and all the stoves are burning. We're rocking and rolling. And for some reason, the pilots go off. And I'm like, "Where's the pilots?" We go down and look. We're just thinking of these stoves. Like, nothing is not going right this particular day. So we go to the front, hit the battery, and say, "We're going to just take a break right quick." It's like an hour before lunch ends. So we said, "It's going to take a quick break, and we're going to start something special for you guys for waiting." And the second we say that, hello, the second we say that, the pilot's like, and we look at each other like something's not right. So the day ends up going smoothly the rest of the way out. And at the end of the shift, we do what we called Homely, which is basically a meal for everyone that works in those restaurants. We have that in our home. So maybe we can do it. So we do that. And we're sitting there talking like, man, what is up this place? And the owner's there with us because he runs on the house. And he's like, oh no, that just sounds like Grody was from. I'm like, oh, what's that? He said, well, he was the original owner of the building. He off himself in the building. I'm like, when was this? And he was like, about 20 years ago. I said, and he said, you know that noise you heard this one? I said, man, that wasn't a noise. That was somebody making a sound. I don't know if it was a goat, but it was somebody making a weird sound in the building. I don't know. Somebody else need to be here with me at 5 in the morning opening this place. So we close up shop, and you'll never guess what happened the next day. The next day. See you on the next one.